Welcome back to EFC TV. This is the this is my Scotland show versus Newcastle. Obviously for tomorrow. Yeah, obviously for tomorrow. Obviously, this is gonna be a tough game, but if we go with the team we know best, that'll get results. Obviously, listen, if we go with the team we know that we'll get listen, if we go with the team that we know will get good results at home against Newcastle, I think we'll get a win. Hopefully, obviously, anyway, no point. Yeah, that's better. It's really my mad that sometimes. Sorry, maybe it's just a front behind, it looks normal on camera. Anyway. I've seen goal. I'm gonna go with Pickford again. He did absolutely incredibly brilliantly well the other night against Man United again. He just did superb. Like, that's how good he was, and that because what I was saying to Ndiaye, that is why he's our number one, England's number one. That's why, because of that. So yeah, go on Pickford again. No words to that. He's great. Obviously. Again, I'll see it left back. I'm gonna go with McNeil again. He's not been amazing season, but he does a good job. He's done well more recently, so yeah, go with him. Now obviously 2 cents back, so I'm Keane, Tarkowski again. Me personally, I'm not a fan of Keane because again, I know there's a mistake in him when it happens on others. I'm sorry for saying this, but I just know there's a mistake in Keane when it happens. So again, I think Keane has done what he has, but again, we all kind of know to the point where he will make a mistake. And well, again, listen, I do think he's got better. Yeah, I do. Again, personally, I think he has got better. You know, again, not better gun number. Yeah, not better gun number. Yeah. Personally, I think he has got better. You know, he's got more confidence. He's doing better now. He's got more confidence. It's good set, but we really won't see players like we won't see players like Brien back there. We all know and trust he'll do a good job in that role again. We all know how good he is. So he's our number one defender. I'm sorry, but he is. You know, people can shoot down for it, but he is. So anyway, I'm sorry. Obviously, then I'll deal with the other side on Tarkowski again. Tarkowski this season, as James Tarkowski has done a lot of. Can I be really honest with this? He's done a lot of things that are really kind of annoying because he's done things where he's basically grabbed a player, he's grabbed players and thrown them down. He's basically grabbed players and he's thrown them to the ground. Which again, I don't personally agree with because I think I'm not football. I'm not football, but if I was centre back, I'd never ever think of doing that. Again, I know when you're centre back, you have to stop, you have to defend. I get it, I do, but that's you are risking getting your guards, you know. Again, and I also think James Tarkowski has done pretty well. Yeah, I also think James Tarkowski has done well at times this season, but again, multiple he's not done great. And he's done some stupid, silly things as well on the pitch, as well as that. Right, you know, when we concede a goal, he's also smart, whatever. And then, so again, I think with James Tarkowski, it's a little 50-50 because you know he can do a good job, but you know some part of him he'll do something stupid. So I really don't know, but yeah, gonna go with him there again. It's worked for obviously why change defence at work, so keep that there. Then I'll see it left back, then I'll see it right back going with Jacob Brien again. I think Jacob Brien for me is a player that I actually want to see because one, I think Jacob Brien last few games, not last week, I know, but I think before he wasn't doing pretty well. But now I think again, I think when Jacob Brien came on, you know, I thought he did pretty well and came on. He did quite well and came on. So again, I've got him, put him in there because that was I think, you know what, he's a player that, you know what, obviously I think I've won. Okay, that's never told me personally. I love Seamus to do, but I just think Seamus Coleman playing days, I really hate Seamus to do. I kind of think his players days are kind of come to an end now because he can't. Again, we've seen it. Obviously we've seen it against obviously we've seen it against Man United. And obviously against Southampton last season, where basically he can only last 10 minutes now. Again, you can understand because of his age. You can understand. Obviously, I'm not in age because I'm not, but again, you can understand of his age as well. Doing that on that capacity level, like now, it's intense now. So basically, you can see why. But yeah, again, I'm going to Jacob Brien because again, Jacob Brien, again, obviously he's played them more recent. Again, he's done quite well. But I'm going to go with right back. Again, I've got Nate Patterson, but I highly doubt he's going to play. Moyes has always been his man about him. Again, I'm really gutted for Patterson. The way he's been treated by Dyche and all that, I think I'm sorry, I don't think it's sick on. It's just like no, that's like if HR was in the building that, I'll tell you something like on, you can't be doing that. So yeah, anyway. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, but just really annoys me. Anyway, obviously midfield now. Again, midfield now. Obviously, as we all know, that obviously now I think as we all know, as we all know, but the thing that not as not gonna, but the thing as we all know, okay, I think obviously as we all know, as we all know, it's just gone guy has got a red card against Man United, so he can't play. He's got I think like I think he said something like a 3-match ban or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I think something like a 3-match ban or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, obviously he can play this game. So again, obviously now I think not play Gunner, but I think like the only player not play Gunner, but I think like the player I think like the only player I could really think could go there. Again, we haven't got a player like just gone against. We can't really put someone like there. We can't put someone who's like just gone because we've got no one like him. But again, I think like there's a few players close. I think obviously who are a little bit like him in a way. I think I think obviously like players like sort of Inter again. Now I think this game is a massive game for him to really. I think this is a game for him to make a mark in this game. I think this is a game that obviously Tim and Brien, in my opinion, must start because again, I think this might be. I think this is a game for Tim and Brien to really start because again, we've just got a guy being suspended. Obviously, can't play. You think, what? Maybe you play him right. And I think this is a game that I personally think Keane needs to grab hold of. Not grab hold. God no. Basically, I think it's a game that he has to. This is a game that he has to play well in. Not well. Gonna be. I mean, this is a game for him to really do well in because, again, he's got a free space until just got a guy comes back, and then obviously him and Ndiaye go. They're not him and Ndiaye go to AFCON, don't you? So again, this is a game I think he needs to really nail down the master and just not nail down nail his mark in the team because again I think this is a game for him to really do that. But I'm hoping he does because I really want to do well. Then the next time I'm going to James Garner again. I think James Garner is again I was very similar to King. I'm not a big fan of James Garner. Well, so obviously, obvious reasons why. Obviously, anyway, the obvious reasons we'll see why, but there's obvious reasons why. But again, I think like James Garner's a good. Again, I think like James Garner's season has probably been one of the best midfielders in what a long time. I think he's not a long time, but he's obviously in midfield this season. He's actually one of our. I think I don't know if it's true. I don't know. But obviously, he's one of our best midfielders, I believe, so far season. So again, I think it's good. He's good to see him do well again. But again, obviously, I've gone James Garner. I think James Garner, on the ball as well. I think like going on the ball, obviously on the ball does well. Passing it does well for that, and then I suppose he goes forward as well. So again, I think it's great to see a player like that do that again. Quite good as well. Oh, better. But obviously, I think I think I'm going to get James Garner just because that again he's a good midfielder. Obviously, he's a good midfielder. He's got one of my best midfielders. Does a good job. So why change it? So yeah, go just then obviously in the middle. I'm going to go with Drewbury again, a player that scored. I think obviously a player that scored the winning goal against Man United midweek again. Absolutely brilliant goal, absolutely amazing goal. It is absolutely just incredible. I thought they got all one now, but again, it's a really genuinely good goal. But again, I think like Drewbury Hall this season has shown. Again, I think like ever since we signed him, in obviously in the summer, he's shown how good. I think how quality. How top. No, that's the top. Yeah, how good, how top quality midfielder he is. Again, personally, I think he's probably. Listen, if I'll say one of the best signings, I'd probably say him because if I'm saying, I just look at players like Drewbury Hall, I think what. He's a really good top class, top or world class midfielder because he's so good, going forward. I think he's so good going forward. He's so good going forward. Obviously, passing the ball to players like Grealish or whoever's playing on those sides, playing on the left or right of the midfield. He does that quite well. He goes forward. He has obviously scored a goal as well now. Again, I just look and think he's a player that, in my opinion, I think is just wow. Just top class. Like proper amazing, right? I just think he's brilliant. Again, he did really well the United, so I keep him in. Again, he just did really well. Then obviously on the left, on the right, then obviously on the left and right of the midfield, I'm gonna go with on the left. I'm gonna go with Jack Grealish again. I don't say why, but again, obviously, listen, I don't say why. Listen, we all know why he's there. Again, he's an absolutely incredibly brilliant. He's an absolutely incredible, amazing footballer. The way he goes, like I think, like what he does. It's a bit, yeah. So basically, what he does in the pitch, right? Obviously, I think what Jack Grealish does in the pitch, because what Jack Grealish does in the pitch, what Jack Grealish does in the pitch, what Jack Grealish does on the pitch is amazing, because again, he goes forward, gets chances, crosses the ball. He obviously scored a goal as well. I just think he's a player that, in my opinion, I really think I rate him high because how good a quality footballer he is. Basically, I think by us bringing in players like that, we've basically upped our level of the player we have. Basically, we basically upped our our standard was dead lugs up. So basically, our standards at the club were dead lugs it were. But since we signed players Jack Grealish, signed players like Jack Grealish, our standards have gone up. They've basically gone up, and that's good. That because I think I got club off management, but you know me, it's that thing. He's done quite well. But yeah, again, really good player, and again, that's why I've gone on left. Then obviously on the right, I've gone Ndiaye again. I think we've only got Ndiaye for a few more games because one, he's obviously going to go and play for Senegal. Obviously, he's going to go with just a guy of not with Garner. not with Garner. Basically, obviously, so I think both him, just a guy, they both go to AFCON. I see AFCON, obviously. So basically, obviously, I think like both in Ndiaye and just a guy, they both go to play for AFCON. They both go and play for Senegal. So basically, both Ndiaye and just a guy, they both go and play. They obviously in time they go to play for Senegal. Obviously in AFCON again. So that leaves them. So basically, without those two players, like I don't know, is it like a month or something like that? I think something like a month, is it something like that? I don't know. But obviously without the player, without those two players for a while now. So again. I think with that. So again, like I've selected for. I think me personally, I think Ndiaye is an absolutely brilliant, incredible footballer. Again, he goes forward, gets chances, score goals. Oh my god, like the guy has scored more goals than probably again Lobato will do, but obviously scored more goals than Beto and probably Barry as well. But again, that's the thing. Ndiaye, he's a player that you go, wow, like he's that good, that brilliant football you don't see. Because again, obviously, I've heard a lot of stuff in the week, and it's just amazing. Because again, some footballs, in history, but again, Ndiaye is like one of those players who does that. He does like the whole time. He obviously does a job like that. Now, where again, obviously, I think like football now stuff will change. Football and stuff will change. I think stuff football now changes, doesn't it, all the time. Football change, like positions and whatever. But again, Ndiaye is someone who go forward, pass it, cross it as well, and you score a goal, which is like an amazing thing. So again, very, very good. Very good one. Then I was up front, I'm going to go Treavers again. Again, I thought Treavers played absolutely incredibly brilliant. I'm not going to, but I think, personally, I thought that Ndiaye played, not Ndiaye, personally, I thought that Barry played absolutely, he played really good the other night against Man United, did really well there. Again, he's a player, obviously, now again, a lot of people, I'm not saying George because I say George, it's not me saying that, but again, a lot of people I probably said he's not good, but again, personally, I think he's a player that, in my opinion, he's done absolutely astonishingly brilliantly well. Again, now not starting Gunner, but not starting Gunner, but I think obviously started the season, obviously he wasn't doing really well, he wasn't, but again, ever since he didn't start well, but again, I think like ever since he's also made a few mistakes. Obviously, in some games he's made mistakes, but again, I think against Man United, he played really well because again, I didn't score a goal, but his performance in the game was really brilliant, really good. It was a performance for wow. He showed how good a player he is up front, scoring goals. So again, personally, I thought he played really well. So again, I'm going to buy up front. Obviously, again, run substitutes now. Substitutes are Treavers, Coleman, obviously, again, listen, okay, also do apologise if they're there. Again, I know, and I tend to take him out, so I do apologise for that. Obviously, Treavers, Coleman, obviously, Rohl obviously is not available, so I'll take him as well. Obviously, Bates, Foster, Rohl, Dibling. Again, he's a player you can bring on for players like Ndiaye. Or you want to take him off for a bit, obviously you want to take him off if you want to rest him for the next game coming up. So, yeah. Then obviously McNeil. Again, McNeil's a player that, again, he's a player that I split him because he's good, but his left foot isn't. He only scores his left foot, which is really bad. I think he's not. I think he's right footed player. I think I don't. But yeah, again, he's a good player as well, so you can bring him on. Now, okay. Now, he also Alcaraz again. I was thinking. Now, he also plays like. Okay, yeah, I think also plays like that. I think also plays like Alcaraz again. Alcaraz, in my opinion, should be a player that, in my opinion, again, personally, I think if she plays like Alcaraz, personally, I think players like Alcaraz, in my opinion, should be starting because again, Alcaraz, in my opinion, is just a brilliant player. Again, we signed him. Obviously, we signed him permanently this season. Again, he's a player. I think is a he's a very good footballer. Again, something like going forward. Again, not forward, but sorry. Okay, I think also going forward, he's shown how good a player he is. Again, he showed against Newcastle, scored his first goal there last season. But again, he's just someone. I think, you know what? If I was staying with, I'd be playing him instead of James Garner plays again. You know what? I just think he might. You know, listen, right, if I was playing, I'd play him in either central midfield or in attack midfield because one, he does that. He's playing midfield. He can play as attacking midfielder. Again, that's why I think he's so good at that role. Personally, but again, obviously, I'm not manager. If I was, I'd play him again. I think, yeah. I also think like next 2-3 games are so important for a player like Alcaraz to get in the team more, and then he gets the team up and then he starts creating more chances and he scores a lot more goals, and then he obviously does well for himself. So yeah, I'd go with Alcaraz. As I said before, obviously, I'll put it off now. Obviously, let me know your thoughts, comments below. Obviously, what team do you go with? Listen, do you agree with the team? Listen, do you agree? Do you disagree with the team I've gone with? Do you think the team's right? Do you think it's wrong? The team I've gone with, or obviously, what team do you go? Would you play Dibling instead of Ndiaye? Would you say for AFCON, or would you play? I don't know. Listen, would you play Alcaraz instead of Iroegbunam or James Garner, or same thing? Would you play Keane Garner instead of Alcaraz? I think Alcaraz should play instead of James Garner, or anything like that. I think anything like that really would do that. Wouldn't do that. What sort of team do you go with? But I said for listen, would you do that? But yeah, I was letting me thoughts comments below. Also, don't forget as well. Also, Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go and check out. Obviously, also if you're new to the channel, make sure make sure that you go and check out. Obviously, you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to EFC TV at youtube.com. That's youtube.com. Obviously, also if you're new to the channel, if you want to see more great videos like match previews, breaking news videos, videos like this as well. I also want to see exclusive videos like like myself showing topics. Obviously, other great videos like that as well. Also, and also forget as well. Also, make sure you press. Also, make sure you subscribe to EFC TV at youtube.com. Yeah, and also don't forget to press the notification button as well. I always forget that. Make sure you do that. And also, if you're already subscribed to EFC TV, make sure you press notification button as well. Just so don't forget. As I said before, yeah, quite good. Also, make sure not make sure I've gone about. Not make sure you go, make sure you do it as well. So yeah, and also don't forget as well. Make sure you go and check out. Obviously the breaking news video I did the other day. Make sure you go and check out the match preview I did earlier today. Yeah. Also yeah, we should do that and then stuff like that. Obviously, you know what I would really appreciate it. You would subscribe to EFC TV at youtube.com because one, it absolutely massively helps the channel keep going, improve, get better. Again, I'm so passionate about EFC TV, FERV TV, and Wrestling UK. Again, I'm passionate for all the channels because I am. Again, something that I'm so passionate. I absolutely love doing all the channels because I do it. Again, something that I really want to keep doing, and I really appreciate the help. You would subscribe because that helps the channel keep going, improve, get better. So again, honestly, guys, I'd really appreciate the support. It helps massively. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, obviously, I also imagine you guys like watching the videos as well. I imagine. I don't know. I imagine you do. I don't know. Anyway, as I said before, obviously, yeah. Oh yeah, obviously, you know what? I would really appreciate if you would share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter.com, share it on any of your other socials as well. Make sure you do that. Obviously, I'd really appreciate if you would share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter.com, share it on any of your other socials as well. And also, make sure I think also, I think I'll also, also share it with your friends, your family, and whatever else, really, Everton fans or not Everton fans. Share it with anyone, share it with people who are Everton fans or not Everton fans, share them, let the link get out there, and then, yeah, I really appreciate it, because listen, whatever. Good, obviously, don't forget to give a like, leave comments, like I said before. First person who leaves comments in comment section below will get an honourable shout out as well. So don't worry about that, because I'll do that, because I do. Obviously, I'll do it, because obviously, I think, first person leaves an honourable shout. First person who leaves comments in comment section below will get an honourable shout out as well, because he will. That's that person out. I'll do that. But yeah, obviously, I'll meet you. Subscribe anyway. Some of that I always said that. Subscribe anyway. Obviously, as well. So yeah, and hopefully the team that I think, yeah, hold the team that I've gone with, or anyone else goes with, hopefully gets a win against Newcastle tomorrow. Hopefully does. My Blues.